Hello, a very good day to you, Mr. Derek. I'm Russell from your EYBM class, and today I'm about to present to you the Career Passport Reflective video, which is the final assignment for this unit. So, without much further ado, let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to just briefly introduce myself as well as my academic background. I am Russell, I am 33 this year, and my academic background is a little bit strange. The last time I was in school was almost 10 years ago. I was in Polytechnic and I was studying pharmaceutical science of all things. Right now, my major is in supply chain management, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I chose that very unconventional career path. So after I finished my polytechnic degree, I went to join the workforce, and then eventually one thing led to another, and I became an analyst at Lazada Singapore, one of the largest e-commerce companies in Southeast Asia. I was doing some policy work. Essentially, the gist of my job is to make sure that the bad actors, both the buyers and the sellers, are not able to take advantage of our platform to defraud people. And part of that involves working very closely with the logistics as well as the transport team. And as more time went by, I realized that what they do was really interesting, and it was very fundamental to how I did my job as well as how the company ran and make money in the first place. So the whole purpose of this reflective video is to just go back in time for the past 2 years. Let's take a look at what I have done, what I could have done better, what I didn't do, as well as go over some of the lessons that I have learned in my 2 years here at Curtin, and ask myself whether it was worth it, and maybe what I can do moving forward into my career, and hope for the best. And to help me with that, I'm going to be going through some of the key reflections as well as the future goals that I have set for myself, as well as some of the benchmarks and milestones that I have already accomplished or I aim to accomplish in the future. Okay, a little bit about myself. I'm 33 this year, probably the oldest student in Curtin, Singapore. I've yet to meet a student that's older than me. I've been in the workforce for about 10 years. I started out as a call center agent. Eventually, I went on to do some work at policy and governance. Essentially, I helped to write the rules on how to sell and buy on our platform. And I left in 2022 to go and finish my degree here at Curtin, and in an attempt to stay relevant and employable, which is why I chose this career path. Okay, I'll talk a little bit more about my time in EYBM. Truth be told, I almost didn't show up at all in the first place because this unit was a choice of either doing an internship with a company outside or completing the 12 weeks here at Curtin in EYBM. So I did find an internship offer, thankfully, but it involved a very high degree of time commitment. And it's not as though I don't want to put in the work. It's that the main reason why I declined the internship offer and chose to come to EYBM was because I would have to extend my study period and delay my graduation. So I weighed out the pros and cons of going for the internship. It was very tempting, but ultimately I didn't think that it was worth it to delay my graduation. The school told me that I would have to extend it just to meet the credit requirement, plus meet the hours that the company Maersk would require of me. In EYBM, I've encountered many real life applications or already. A very strange thing. I found it a bit ironic that I've encountered the real life applications first before studying the theory in EYBM. The Spaghetti Tower Challenge was one of the more interesting exercises that we've done so far. Can't really see it from the screen because of the overlay, but this was a spaghetti tower that my team built. Eventually we won the last tower standing. It was the tallest, and we did something, I wouldn't say similar, it was completely identical as part of the interview process. And eventually I got hired to work at RedMart. At that time, it was the largest online grocery platform in Singapore. Eventually, they were acquired by Lazada, and I moved over to Lazada because they became the same entity. And some of the inter-office politics and power dynamic issues, like the strike that you gone through with the class between the employers and the employees, and as well as their benefits. I've already encountered it personally, but it was very interesting to see a theoretical perspective of it in a class in a formal setting. Okay, I'll talk about what I've done so far. Unfortunately, I have not done much other than academic achievements in Curtin. I spent most of my time in my studies. I got a commendation letter from the Pro Vice Chancellor for my good academic performance in trimester 1A. Unfortunately, I have not been able to replicate that strong performance in the subsequent trimesters. Yeah, yeah, a bit disappointed in myself, but I've made many great friends through project work. Uh, it's you after you share a bit of hardship and trauma together, you can't really help but make friends. Obviously, you encounter your fair share of black sheep as well, who's not contributing in project work, but hey, we got to get the job done one way or another. And yeah, it taught me a lot about teamwork because the teams that I work with were a lot more diverse than what I was used to in the workplace. I kept working with the same people. I got too used to it and I sort of forgot how to talk to different people. Okay, in retrospect, I should have done some things here in Curtin, but I didn't. I should have taken up the Global Sustainability Challenge unit. For context, this is an additional unit that requires an overload sometime at the end of year one. The reason why I did not take it up was because it did not hasten my graduation time, and I did not think that it was worth the sacrifice to take an additional unit while compromising the quality of the rest of the units that I had to take. I would have less time to do everything on top of my part-time job, which I'll talk about later. And I should have spent more time in extracurricular activities. You learn a lot of things by outside of the classroom by talking to people, and you get a fresh perspective on things, especially in leadership roles and what it means like to manage a large team and keep things running. A lot of it was very logistics related, which was super relevant to my unit. And in retrospect, I think I should have committed more time to it. I'll talk more about the employability survey. I did this much earlier in the first year of my studies here at Curtin. Not much has changed. I will talk a bit more about my 3 weak points, which is emotional literacy, career study commitment, as well as the career mobility aspects of it, which I didn't do very well. Emotional literacy, unfortunately, I think I have a little bit of an ego. I have to uh, come to terms with the fact that I'm not always right. And conflict management, it's a very important skill to have, especially in the workplace, and understanding different and diverse views about how to go about to solve a problem. But you need to understand that everybody needs to be on the same page in terms of where what the ultimate goal and the method is. Career study commitment. I need to stay focused on what's in front of me rather than deviate. I used to be in pharmaceutical science, which was completely unrelated to what I'm doing here. But I need to be less fickle-minded and just really lock in and dial and focus on the task in front of me. Don't deviate too much. Career mobility now, it's a very uncertain economic environment for everybody. AI is destabilizing a lot of careers, and a lot of entry-level jobs simply don't exist anymore. So I need to come to terms with that fact and use it to supplement my skill set rather than fear it. Okay, I'll talk a bit more about my reflection on my university journey. Like I mentioned, I was working part-time to try and make ends meet. It helped me to get a better understanding of the importance of time management. I had to juggle my time between school as well as work. I enjoyed my university journey very much, but I want to get more practical experience to apply um, to my career. And in the future, I hope to do my master's degree, time and money permitting. All right, so my career plan moving forward is to finish the internship, which I declined earlier to not delay my graduation. I want to get an entry level role in logistics, and get CSCP certified with APIX. So for context, APIX is the Association of Supply Chain Professionals, and this is the gold standard of what it means to be a supply chain expert. And I hope to develop some AI training and coding skills. Now in this age of AI, I should embrace it rather than stay set on my the old ways of doing work. And I want to use these skills to develop a long-term career in supply chain and operations management and get my master's degree, as mentioned earlier. Message to my future self: stay humble and stay hungry. There's always going to be someone more successful from you, so you just got to pick up the best practices. And you're never too old to learn. You are the oldest in this school, but it doesn't mean that you are worthless. And a little bit more depressing is the fact that the world is cruel and unforgiving. You have to keep up or be left behind. And I'll end this presentation and this video with saying the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So Chinese has this saying called 逆水行舟. If you stop rowing, the current of the river is going to push you back. And with that, I thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again.